Jim Davidson sparks debate with bold take on Labour's future. British comedian and commentator Jim Davidson has once again stirred the pot of political conversation, this time by weighing in on the future of the Labour Party. Known for his outspoken views, Davidson's latest remarks have sparked a wide-ranging debate about whether Labour is truly poised for a comeback, or if internal challenges and public distrust may keep it struggling for relevance. In a recent interview posted online, Davidson didn't hold back. His comments, while reflective of frustrations shared by some voters, have divided public opinion. Some applauded his blunt honesty, while others accused him of oversimplifying a complex political situation. Regardless of one's stance, one thing is certain: Davidson has reignited an important conversation about Labour's identity and the road ahead. During a discussion about the current state of UK politics, Davidson was asked whether he believed Labour was ready to govern after more than a decade in opposition. Without hesitation, he responded, "The Labour Party is out of touch with ordinary working-class people. They've lost their way, and I don't see how they recover from that anytime soon." He went on to criticize what he sees as the party's shift away from its traditional voter base, namely, working-class communities in the Midlands and the north of England. According to Davidson, Labour's increasing focus on identity politics and metropolitan interests has alienated many lifelong supporters. People want jobs, security, proper education, and a strong country. Not lectures from London elites who've never worked a day in their life outside politics. The reaction to Davidson's comments was swift and sharply divided. Supporters on social media echoed his views, pointing to Labour's struggles in recent general elections and its loss of historic seats in so-called red wall constituencies. "He's just saying what millions are thinking," one user commented under a YouTube video clip. "Labour stopped listening to real people years ago." However, others accused Davidson of using outdated stereotypes and painting Labour with too broad a brush. "The Labour Party has changed and grown," one viewer tweeted. "They're addressing inequality, climate change, and modern issues. Just because that doesn't match his worldview doesn't mean they're out of touch." Political analysts were similarly split. Some agreed that Labour has faced an identity crisis in recent years, especially after the Brexit referendum, where the party's stance on key issues left many unsure of its direction. Others argued that under Keir Starmer's leadership, Labour has become more stable and increasingly electable. To understand the weight of Davidson's critique, it's important to look at Labour's position heading into the next general election. Recent polls suggest the party has regained some ground, particularly in urban areas and among younger voters. Starmer has positioned himself as a steady, centrist alternative to what he calls conservative chaos. Labour has also made efforts to rebuild relationships in areas it previously lost. Starmer's team has focused on pragmatic policies from NHS reform to cost-of-living relief in hopes of winning back trust. Still, the question remains, is this enough? Davidson and others argue that the cultural disconnect between Labour and large segments of the public still runs deep. While policies may shift, rebuilding trust with traditional working-class voters is a long-term challenge that can't be solved overnight. Davidson's remarks come at a time when British politics is undergoing rapid change. Voter loyalty to traditional parties is no longer guaranteed. Issues like immigration, housing, and national security are front and center, and how parties respond can shift the electoral landscape quickly. Comedians and cultural commentators like Davidson may not be elected officials, but they often voice the concerns of everyday citizens in ways that resonate or provoke depending on the audience. His criticism reflects real unease among a portion of the public, but whether that translates into votes remains to be seen. Importantly, while Davidson's tone may be provocative, it also opens the door to necessary discussions. What should Labour stand for in the 21st century? Can it speak for both urban progressives and rural workers? And how can it reconnect with the communities that once formed its backbone? As the next general election approaches, Labour finds itself at a crossroads. While public discontent with the current government offers an opportunity, that alone won't guarantee success. The party must define not just what it opposes, but what it truly stands for and for whom. Jim Davidson may not be a politician, but his remarks reflect a growing frustration among many voters who feel overlooked or unheard. Whether Labour chooses to address that criticism head-on or dismiss it as noise could make all the difference in the years ahead. What's your take? Do you think Labour is ready to lead again, or is it still disconnected from the people it once represented? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay informed on the latest in UK politics.